It's strange how certain motorcycles seem to appear first as a whisper in your imagination, like a silhouette you can almost see out of the corner of your eye long before the company lifts the curtain. And that's exactly how the Honda Transalp 900 of 2026 drifted into my mind. Not as a leaked photo or a spec sheet rumor, but as a feeling. A sense that Honda was preparing to take a familiar name. A name many of us grew up hearing around dusty trails and gravel roads and stories of long distance wanderers, and stretch it into a new shape, something bolder, something that carries the weight of the past but steps forward into the future. And as I welcome you back to SuperBike Intelligence, I can't help smiling because today's topic feels like reconnecting with an old friend who shows up looking entirely different, yet somehow even more themselves. If you're enjoying this deep dive already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It genuinely helps us keep these long cinematic explorations coming. The first time I pictured the Transalp 900 in my mind, I imagined it under a cold morning sky, parked at the edge of a mountain overlook, the kind of place where the wind carries the sharp pine-laden scent of higher altitudes. The bodywork, at least the way it's been rumored, has a new clarity to it. Cleaner lines, sharper edges, yet still retaining the soft generosity of the adventure touring soul. There's something about the way Honda shapes a fuel tank that says stability, reliability, and quiet confidence. You look at it and immediately trust that it won't let you down. And somehow, even before swinging a leg over it, the Transalp 900 feels like it's been designed to reassure you, not by being loud or aggressive, but by grounding itself in a kind of calm strength. I imagine walking around it slowly, hearing nothing but the crunch of gravel under my boots. The headlight, perhaps a more refined LED cluster than before, has that determined look Honda loves to give its adventure machines. Almost like it's squinting into the distance, already judging the terrain ahead. If you've ever approached a bike early in the morning before a long ride, you know that feeling of anticipation that seems to hum faintly around it, like the motorcycle itself is stretching its mechanical limbs, getting ready. And the Transalp 900, in this imagined form, radiates that quiet eagerness. When the rumors started swirling about a hybrid powertrain option for the 2026 Transalp 900, I couldn't help but sit up a little straighter, because Honda doesn't adopt new powertrains lightly. If they bring hybrid tech into an adventure bike, it won't be just for trend chasing, it will be because they found a way to make it meaningful. And I imagine the heartbeat of this machine as something layered. The steady, reliable thrum of a parallel twin mixed with the faint, near-silent boost of an electric motor ready to fill in the gaps. Not in a dramatic, turbocharged way, but in a smoother, more controlled manner, adding a sense of effortless motion when rolling out of a corner or climbing a steep incline. There's something special about the way a hybrid system could change the feel of power delivery on a bike like this. I like to imagine that when you twist the throttle slightly, there's no hesitation at all. The electric part of the heart steps in instantly, smoothing the wake up of the combustion engine like two dancers whose timing is impeccable. And maybe that's one of the things that would define the riding experience. Not outright aggression, not raw horsepower meant to rip at your arms, but a polished surge of torque that feels like a hand gently pushing you forward. And if you're watching this on SuperBike Intelligence right now, feel free to drop a comment telling me what you'd think of a hybrid adventure bike. Does that excite you? Or does it feel like motorcycles are drifting too far from their analog roots? I love hearing your perspectives. I picture the Transalp 900 gracefully transitioning between environments. In a city weaving through traffic under sunset orange streetlights, the hybrid engine might hum with a serene, almost meditative quality. Cars around you appear frantic and impatient, yet you glide between them, elevated by the upright posture and commanding view the bike provides. There's a feeling when riding an adventure machine through a city that always strikes me. This sense that no matter how chaotic the urban atmosphere becomes, you remain detached from the noise, like you're floating a few inches above the rush of everyday life. The Transalp 900 would embody that vibe. And then I imagine taking the same bike onto a long, winding mountain road. The kind where the pavement alternates between dark shadows of tall trees and sudden flashes of sunlight that break through as the road curves. You lean into a bend, feeling the suspension compress just slightly, responding with a kind of muted elegance. Speaking of weather, I imagine rain hitting the windscreen, beads of water dancing along the edges before streaming away. The engine note softens when water dampens the world around you, making everything feel close and personal. Riding in the rain is a strangely nostalgic experience. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe. It keeps these deep dive stories alive. Now, when you take the Transalp 900 off the pavement and onto gravel or dirt, I imagine a shift not only in the environment but in your breathing, your posture, your awareness. Off-road riding has this unique ability to sharpen all your senses, and a good adventure bike becomes a silent partner. There's a moment I imagine while riding it. You crest a hill, the sun low behind you, and the wind suddenly strengthens, brushing across your chest. You stop the bike, put a foot down, and just breathe. The landscape stretches out, huge and indifferent, yet the presence of the motorcycle beneath you turns the world into a place of possibility. Thinking about features, I picture a refined digital dash. Not overly complicated, but clean, bright, uncluttered. Maybe with soft animations when you turn the key, like the bike waking up gently rather than exploding to life. As I picture more riding scenarios, I imagine nighttime highway travel. That serene hum that comes from cruising at a steady speed while the world fades into a tunnel of wind and soft darkness. The headlights illuminate the road with a crisp white arc. When you pull into a fuel station under bright fluorescent lights, the bike takes on a different personality. You step off it and catch your reflection in the glossy paint, noticing details you missed earlier. Or imagine riding through a sleepy village early in the morning, passing stone walls and small cafes not yet open. The engine note softens, echoing gently through narrow streets. Or imagine taking it on a ferry crossing. The wind is cold, salty, and the deck vibrates faintly from the engines below. You park the Transalp, lean on the railing, and watch the water churn. I keep picturing a particular moment, riding at dusk. The sky painted in warm streaks of rose and amber, the hybrid engine giving just enough boost to feel effortlessly connected to the motion. When you pull the bike into your garage late at night, the engine shuts off with a satisfying fade. The ticking sounds of cooling metal echo gently. You remove your helmet, set it on the seat, and just look at the bike for a moment. And so, as we wrap up this long, reflective journey together, the Transalp 900 seems built for anticipation. It doesn't demand anything from you. It invites you. Thank you for spending this time with me here on SuperBike Intelligence. Ride safe, stay curious, and keep chasing the roads that make life feel a little bigger.